I'm doing great, man. I'm always looking forward to gaming with you because uh you can relate to the fact that you spend so much time trying to save democracy that you may not be able to save your KD ratio as much. So you can you can recognize that we're both trying here and we don't have to try hard. How about you, man? How you
Yeah.
doing?
I'm doing good. Got some content in. Definitely doing this and enjoying that this is our second time doing this together. And then obviously, just politics as usual. Definitely wanted to get a gauge on a couple of things. I'm getting an error occurred while connecting to Epic servers, by the way. Let me
Hmm,
just.
interesting. Not sure why that is.
But yeah, definitely
Um,
wanted to talk about a bunch of things, but yeah, glad to be here in community with you always, my fellow warrior in democratic spaces and progressive base building.
yeah, man, it's crazy too because there's just a lot of um I guess um uh conversations that have been held with the budget reconciliation and shutting down the government. A lot of
Hmm.
people I'm sure you've talked with are kind of wondering, what are we supposed to do next here? Like, we know we have a bad feeling about this administration, but like, what are we even supposed to do? So I feel good that I feel I'm trying to do something about it. I may not be able to succeed or whatever, but at least I'm trying, you know?
I feel it, and like because I think we still have until what 12 o'clock tonight, and when they're gonna decide.
Yep, something like that. And
Okay.
it's looking like it didn't pass, even though they got our own homeborn Catherine Cortez Masto. Even though she voted for it in the Senate, they weren't able to pass it. So it looks like we're getting a shutdown tonight.
Okay. Well, I mean, one of the things that I was reviewing for sure, I love that it's Lady Gaga as my intro music, by the way. But one of the things that I love, or one of the things that I've noticed or observed was, every time that there's been a government shutdown, that, the voters and the collective intelligence of the United States tends to blame the party in power. And so if that's something that we can, a little nugget of wisdom we can kind of, hold on to, I think that's something to be a little bit hopeful for, right? But like then again, definitely being mindful about a bunch of other things. I know you talked about um, that recent military leaders meeting that happened. And so, yeah, in the same boat
Yeah,
with you, brother.
yeah. It's all coming to an inflex point right now with a lot of different things. But at the same time, um, I I I still hold a lot of hope for 2026. Um,
Me too.
uh, not in the terms of, we're gonna change the world if we do well there by any means. We're still gonna be
Hmm.
kind of screwed because Trump and the judiciary is gonna be firmly in, executive and judiciary will be firmly in the grasp of Republicans no matter what happens in 2026. But at least you can stem the bleeding, right? And
Yeah.
prevent more damage to our democracy. But I tell you, man, I'm glad you brought that up because did you see the conference that um, Secretary Hegseth had and President Trump went to?
Yeah, I did. And so I'm inviting you, by the way. I did see it, and like one of the things that I noticed was that, like, so I went to a military college, and I also, kind of have some familiarity with that, just being in a military educational format. And like the thing about flag officers is, like, I think this is where a point of contention is going to be met between this president or this administration and some of these leaders, because they aren't. I don't think when it comes to officer types, right, that they're 100% on board with whatever they're being told from higher up, right? So like I think that like one of the greatest generals who eventually ran for president, his name was Wesley Clark, General Wesley Clark, and he made sure to acknowledge the impact that the Bush administration had on our foreign policy and talked about how many different wars we were going to be a part of and so on and so forth, right? I have a really good hope that generals are a place where, like even General Mattis, remember General Mattis was
Yeah.
the Secretary of Defense. Look at how that ended up working out, right? And people thought that Jim Mattis was, going to be a loyalist in some regard, and that just did not materialize. So, just to kind of talk about that.
Also, Mark Milley, when Trump
Yeah,
sent the military in for the photo op. Remember when the BLM protests were happening, and
yeah,
Milley said that that was a, I forget what the quote was, but basically, you should not be politicizing the United States military, and so that was cool that we had strong voices like that. But I don't know. I mean, this really reminds me of what the Hussein crime family did in Iraq when they got the Ba'athist Party loyalists to gather together. And I mean, I'm not trying to get alarmist here, but certainly we have seen the Trump administration through Project 2025 talking about purging the administrative roles in our government from
right.
and turning it more from a bureaucratic perspective to a partisan political one. And I would not be surprised if they start doing that with our military too, so that
Yeah.
those voices that you're talking about start getting marginalized. But let me ask you this, real quick: did you get a request to stream together on your Twitch?
Oh shoot.
Because I see it as
Um.
pending. There you go.
Yeah. There I am. And I just mute on this one, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then got you.
Yep, we're
Successful?
good there. Yep, yep, you're in and I'm in, and so now we're in business. Um,
Okay.
and so let me see here. Yep, yep, that works. All right. But yeah, and then the other piece, I don't really care what maps or things you do. I'm assuming just duo,
Yeah.
duo, basic battle royale.
Yeah. Yeah, and I did the zero build one. But yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm a fan of that too, because again, going back to Marvel Rivals, I just know that half of my conversation is going to be distracted.
Yeah. I'm excited for this. I mean, yeah, and like I saw Drake, my partner, saw the for everybody, my partner, but like saw the recommendation for Baldur's Gate, and I am so down. We can do Baldur's Gate
Oh,
sometime soon.
yeah, 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 yeah. No spoilers yet because we didn't do it this week because we don't have Mark. But all right, especially because now if you don't have Baldur's Gate, it is currently on sale with the autumn sale on Steam. So, perfect timing.
Nice.
Now, I have a question for you, a very important question. Do
Yeah.
you have the Fortnite Battle Pass of any kind?
I don't think I do. No, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I was thinking of maybe buying the Fortnite Crew subscription because you get to unlock all the passes simply for the music pass. Because Gorillaz is one of my favorite bands,
Oh yeah.
but I don't know. I don't think I play Fortnite enough to give him $12. I don't know.
No, yeah, like I totally forgot that I have for my intro. It's Lady Gaga Born This Way, and then I have a couple of other ones. I have Seven Nation Army too. We'll
Wow, you
play
got
that
some good
one.
piece of music. I just don't play Fortnite enough to get all the unlocks. So lucky
Yeah,
you, I
this
guess.
this is definitely my chill game for sure. But yeah, we're
No,
gonna
yeah.
find a server. I'm just sending the link out to homies right now.
By the way, on your YouTube, what is your name so I can tag you in the YouTube thing?
Captain Chris 808. I believe it is full spelling Captain for the YouTube.
Oh, it is. Okay, that's weird. I tagged you on here, but then it's not doing that. All right. Well, let's see if I can edit that. There we go. Edit video. And
Turn the volume a little down.
mm, There we go. Boom. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay, then we go to my channel.
Oh, does my controller have drift?
Beautiful. Okay.
No, yeah, I'm sorry, but we were talking about the generals.
Yes. I got distracted by making sure the stream works.
Yeah, no worries, no
Yeah.
worries.
So yeah, and one of the comments that was incredibly disturbing to me is, we have the Posse Comitatus Act, which says that the military should not be used as a law enforcement mechanism, because the moment you start using the military, um, we start to think of our fellow citizens as an enemy of the state. Um,
Yeah,
and, you know, frankly, officers are not, military officers, their experience is not on policing and law enforcement. Their experience is, defense capabilities, making sure that, the troop morale is good. Like, and I'm sure you can speak even more to that, to the specifics of it, but it's like, they're not in the business of law enforcement, in other words.
hmm
So now they're saying we're going to have a war from the inside. That's what the president of the United States is calling for, a war from the inside.
yeah.
And not a war on poverty, not a war on drugs, but a war on Democrat cities. And, I mean, how much more Civil War saber rattling can you get? I mean, I hate to be an alarmist, but, I mean, this is dangerous to be saying that in a room full of generals, is it not?
No, yeah. I mean, he already prefaced this like during the campaign trail last year, where he was willing to say stuff like the enemy from within is the legitimate problem, and then like you had JD Vance saying that the professors are the problem, the enemy. It's like these folks were willing to get into that type of mode, and like all of a sudden, mean words or you know, mean words offend these folks. Like, bro, I thought for as much energy as there was from the facts don't care about your feelings thing, right? Like all of this censorship, the new McCarthy era is here, and it's like we're at a point where they're willing to go to those lengths, and I know they've already. I don't know if they've successfully got the National Guard in Memphis or Chicago, right? But the fact that there's already been bucking back, whether it's been through Governor Pritzker or anybody else like that has been actually showing some grit. I think that just needs to continue to be the course.
Yeah, and I do want to make clear that, um, the response should not be a equal amount of escalation, right?
I agree.
We need to be as nonviolent and as peaceful as all the other successful movements in democracy have been, whether that was, the civil rights movement, the gay rights movement, women's rights movement. You always want to try and be peaceful. And unfortunately, there are some people who think there is no other recourse at this point, and who can blame them when the Supreme Court is majority Republican and is completely changing, decades-long precedent and doctrines, overturning Roe v. Wade, talking about how you can racially profile people now,
Yeah.
and so the judiciary is at risk. You have the Congress, clearly showing that they will just buck to whatever Trump wants. And now, of course, with the executive blatantly saying, yeah, we're going to have a civil war with people. I mean, without saying the word civil war, I think it's very clear that he is telling the military, get ready to fight, against your fellow citizens. I mean, how can we accept that as a civilized society, no matter what your politics are? I feel like this should
Right.
be a bipartisan thing, but unfortunately, we're just at a point in the culture where people don't feel that you should agree with anything on the other side.
Yeah. And like, you know, and that's why like needing to set the stage on where the typical response has been from the progressive movement, right? Like that's one thing that I touched upon in my video. It's like, you know, for as much as they complain about censorship, it was the ACLU that made sure that at the Skokie, in Skokie, Illinois, that you know, then that neo-Nazi group could be able to march, right? And it's like I mean, we still have to, I think, admit that there's just a lot of double standarding going on when it comes to like the level of commitment that one side is into making nice, right, and making sure that there's peaceful outcomes, and there's you know what accountability layers need to be set on the opposite end, right, for us to maintain peaceful disagreement and civil discourse, right? Because like, and I'm glad that again, you know, you're in these different spaces where you're meeting people. Oh shoot, we got one.
Oh, okay, hell yeah. All right. Which direction? North, east? Oh, I see him. I see him.
You see
Oh,
him?
shit. Yep, he's right where I'm at. Oh, got him. Knocked down. Okay, don't worry about him. He's got a teammate.
There's another one. Okay, I hear his feet.
All right, I'm just gonna take him down right now.
Got him. We're good.
All right.
No, yeah, but
hell yeah.
I love the fact that you've been in like different spaces, finding, you know, some more moderate to conservative voices that are actually quite reasonable, right? I mean, we talked about that a little bit.
Oh yeah. So I was just scrolling through my TikTok for you page, just trying to see like what the conversation is being held over there, and I was meeting some people who were conservative, or at least moderate, you could say. By the way, I'm heading out of the shifty shaft now. It's shiny shafts because I feel like
You know, I'm
we
trying to
we don't want
follow
to
you.
get caught up in the yeah
Yeah,
in the
no, I hate
storm.
that Megazord thing.
Yeah, in any case, the experiences that I was having was surprisingly cathartic because I've unfortunately had some pretty negative interactions with conservatives in the past decade, and this felt like a good opportunity for me to like have an olive branch and come in and try and be reasonable. Like there was somebody who was trying to argue that Trump can't release the Epstein files, and you shouldn't get mad at Trump for releasing the Epstein files because Biden could have released the Epstein files. So if Biden shouldn't be able to release the Epstein files and Clinton is in the Epstein files, then it's sort of like how we feel about double standards. Well, they kind of feel like there's a double standard with that. And I just simply said to them, look, I mean, we saw how Luigi Mangione... Oh, we got a person... Oh, they killed him, though. I think there's probably another
Wad
person.
wipe.
Oh, I see
Thank you, Sterling.
I see something over there. I don't know what that is. A Megazord?
Yeah, if it's the Megazord, that thing is like wild. It reminds me of when like Call of Duty Warzone had King Kong and Godzilla.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because I'm not familiar with this new mode or what it is.
Yeah, for real.
I just saw a big monster. I'm like, what the flip is this? By the way, do you have any like med kits or bandages?
I have Med Mist. Does that go on you too?
It does, but
Oh.
I don't want you to use it yet. We need to stock up on that. That's the one thing we're missing.
Okay.
So
I also got that big jug, the one that does the shield.
Oh yeah. Well, I've already got. I've got one shield potion and 6 small shield, so we should be fine on
nice.
shield. But we just got to figure out. Oh, here we go. Found one chest. Let's see. Aw.
And like what I've been dealing with is like trying to. I'm just again waiting because like I don't know what the emotional effect is of some of like the people in my life that are more conservative leaning. Oh, I hear footsteps.
Yep.
Ooh, this is an engaging game, bro. Oh, he's upstairs.
Oh, is he?
I'll take care of the other one.
Okay, I'll swoop around the back. I'll go behind him. Hit him with the shotgun. Oh, yep, there they are. Just keep me distracted. Keep me distracted. Okay, he wants to. Oh.
Oh, damn! The Zord is here.
Oh shit! Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's go inside. Let's go inside. Get into cover. Oh wait, you just got shot. Oh god damn it. Okay. Alright. I'll try and save you. I don't know if I can. No! I was so
That's
close.
okay. The other dude got killed too, so...
Okay, so I can kill the Megazord, possibly.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can. Can I get it? Can I get it? Oh my
Let's go!
god. Can I get it? Yes! Okay, but I am gonna die, without a doubt. I am going to die.
Oh, you got a pot over there.
Do I? Okay, let's see if I can get the shield. Okay. Fizz, I believe. Oh no! No! Damn it.
Bro, that was okay. That was us doing a full-fledged discussion too while it was happening, so...
Hey, I took down the Megazord. That's
You
the
did.
important part.
Like, that was the highlight.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. So you were saying that you're getting that sense of frustration too, somewhat.
Well, like, cause okay, for example, and I'm gonna be using artificial or fake names for these, but like, there's some people freaking out within nonprofit spaces. It's like, freaking out over friends of ours that may have said something so tame about the whole Charlie Kirk situation and are like, oh, I don't want them a part of my organization's work at all, this and that. And I'm like, dude, and this is somebody that I know who has been open about their relationship with Moms for Liberty, and like, you can imagine probably, right? Like why would I want to have somebody that's in league with the freaking Puritans that are always at school board meetings talking about banning books, yet they're having, bisexual threesomes at the national level, right? And like, they're coming to school board meetings with their Puritan crap. And this is an individual that has, like, I could have easily canceled based upon that relationship, right? But events and so on, right? Like, they're treating this guy like he's, a stand-in for the friendships that we've made, right? And it's like, I get so frustrated by that because I'm like, wow, y'all are really taking this to a completely different level, But yeah, just to talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we, for the past 3 or 4 election cycles, were thinking to ourselves, people couldn't possibly vote for this crazy guy. No one could, no one could possibly, there's a big conversation around voting against your own self-interest. Oh, well, people will be smart enough to not vote against their self-interest. But
right.
As we've soon learned, the conversation has shifted dramatically as far as what is being talked about and the framing of the conversation. So that, I mean, if you took the talking points of today and plopped them into 2008, oh my gosh, I feel like Obama would have won like Ronald Reagan level win, right?
Yeah.
If what is being used as talking points now would have been used in 2008, I genuinely believe that Obama would have won incredibly. But that is because that's within the context of a completely different Democratic and Republican infrastructure. So at the time, there were not influential college campus chapters that were more conservative leaning. At the time, there were not very aggressive talking points around Democrats weak on crime to the level that we see now. Obviously, there's always been, tough on crime conversations, but now it's gotten to a level where people are comfortable with bringing in the National Guard to police cities. That's the level of difference, right? The polarity, I guess you could say, the extremes. And then also social media, right? The tunnel vision that a lot of people have. So, you know, you combine all those things. So you can't think in terms of 2008 in 2025. Or as you said, 1990s, you know,
Yeah.
politics. You know, that's how far back. By the way, there is someone here that landed. I do have a shotgun, so hopefully I can find them and just
Okay,
blast
I
them.
got a shotty too. I'm trying to find some other stuffs.
Ooh, I got 2 chests over here. Hell yeah. Alright. Sorry, I kind of want to lock in since there's someone here.
Yeah, no worries.
Wait,
I'm right there with you.
Okay, I don't know who that is, but you can talk to an NPC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't have enough stuff yet, I guess. Oh, before you drink that, I got you some... Oh. Alright.
They're down.
Hell yeah.
Reloading.
I got him. Hello. Goodbye.
He's around here. Oh, there he is.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
I don't know if that was an NPC or not, but I'll take it.
Oh,
Can
do
I
you want a
drink
big
that?
pot?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got you. Oh, frick, how do I drop?
Yeah, I forgot as well. Is it B? No.
Oh!
Oh! Why? Why? Ah! There we go.
Where's the
Oh my
dude?
God. He's on that roof over there. Oh, right there. I see him.
Frick.
Oh, there's a duo. There's a duo up there.
Alright, I got a swarm strike, whatever the hell that is.
I'm not sure
Oh!
what that is either.
Oh!
All right,
That was some Stark Industries stuff, bro. Did you see that?
I did not. I was healing up.
Oh, shoot.
What happened?
Okay. No, it's this bazooka thing that I got. It's a pretty rare weapon. Oh, he's coming
goddamn.
behind us.
Oh, wait, he's right here. What the? What was that? Oh my god. That was a crazy weapon. Oh yeah? Alright. They had one more person with him?
Are you alive, homie?
Yep, I am. Oh! There he is. I'm down. I'm probably dead. Oh. I just saw you blow up. Oh, damn. We tried, man.
Down.
We tried. That was close, though. I mean, I feel bad because I don't know what it is. I feel like every time I pick up a shotgun, I feel like I'm invincible because it's like you just want to feel powerful by just blasting them right up to them. But I gotta learn to use it more sparingly than I do. That's I get a little too confident.
That was dope. Because I didn't even know that weapon was possible, whatever that thing was.
I wanted to see it in action, and I'm glad I did. How much damage did it do? It didn't look like it killed.
Yeah, no, that's what I was talking about. I was like, geez, all that just for, like, no bite at all, no teeth.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you got to experience it, though, at least. But anyway, so I was gonna say, so that's, I think, a big reason why I wanted to join the Unfuck America tour was that those conversations that are being held by conservatives may not come from a good place, but clearly it resonates with people. And that's the important part that if you're in the business of politics that you have to pay attention to. You know, there's this misconception, I feel, that politics is about force feeding. Like you have to shove something down somebody's throat, and if they don't accept it, then screw them, right? And I feel like it's more it's more about a therapy session. It's about hearing somebody, understanding their pain, and giving them constructive coping mechanisms and coping strategies where, okay, your wages have been stagnating. You feel like you're unsafe where you live. Okay, I hear what you're saying. Here's how we can help solve it. Whereas instead, it feels like a lot of the conversations in the left-leaning spaces are, this is what I believe in as an individual, and everyone else has to accept it, or they're not in a good moral place. And same with conservatives. A lot of conservatives feel that way too. But I do feel as though there's a lot of talking to rather than talking with. So, I mean,
Right.
it's tough because I recognize how wrong it is to accept fascistic tendencies. But for whatever reason, like I said, the multitude of things like the, social media landscape and the messaging from conservatives and just them going to places that traditionally conservatives hadn't been to, and all these factors have led those fascistic tendencies to become more possible. And there hasn't been a lot of confrontation because the only confrontation is, oh, well, that's fascism. That is racism. That is, whatever clearly identifiably bad term that is, therefore don't do it. Rather than sort of like speaking from a place of empathy, I guess.
Yeah, I half agree because like I think what it depends on is like the style or format of where the talking to is at. Because like for example, um, like yeah, Joe Rogan like before used to have like Bernie Sanders on his podcast and so on, but like other than that, like it just became a collective for all of those folks that wanted to get into comedy in Austin, and then it became like its own echo chamber, right? And then they all started like saying that, oh, how do we have any influence over politics when they are kind of suffering from what you're talking about, with like just generally where the communications thing is, strategies for our party or the parties, and like I think that with the work that you folks are doing, the direct like direct debate, I think that's its own style for sure, and it's a niche that I think you've accomplished. And looking at the results so far with what y'all had in Colorado, eventually I'd love to go to one of those tours that you folks have. But like, yeah, I mean that's missing. We've never seen somebody, right? I think on the conservative end like get sort of show their ass when debating someone like a Destiny, right? And it's like, and I'm not saying that that's necessarily what's been happening for progressives or students that are brave enough to go and ask Charlie Kirk or the Turning Point USA crowd questions, right? But I think that it matters, like with the type of with content, with debate, like I think there are various factors that should be considered when we're talking about the folks that want to create content that's more educational oriented rather than debate, right? Because like I do feel like we need our own think tank spaces, and I think like Hassan Piker represents that on one end, and Vosh on another, or Hunter Avalone, right? But they also do the direct debate stuff. Oh my god, dude, I got that Swarm Strike bazooka again. I'm
Oh,
excited.
shit. Do you have full shield as well?
No, I just have a small pot. I'm gonna find.
Okay, because I have a fizz, a flowberry fizz. I think you can get, I think it's like a aura, so you can get it while I'm drinking it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Oh, we should probably leave though. Oh fuck, I didn't realize.
Oh shit!
Damn it! Damn it!
Oh no!
Yeah, I was trying to say.
Oh my god!
Shit. Okay. All good. No need to panic. We got the med mist.
I have that launch pad.
Hell yeah. I gotta go get to it. Wherever it went. Wait, where did you put it? Oh,
Go right. Go right.
oh okay, right? Oh, I see it.
You see it?
Boop. Hell yeah.
Oh, where's this
Uh,
Megazord gonna be?
I'm seeing it. I'm seeing them land. Oh, it's over there. I can't. Oh, I can't. Okay, well, wherever that is.
You know, because, like, one of the things I'm thinking about is, like, PragerU, right? Like, that's very much the format of that is 100% talking to rather than, talking with. And I think that they were just as an integral, an effective partner to what Turning Point and the Daily Wire them were all doing, right? And so, like, we have had a progressive, like, version of that. I don't know if you heard of the Gravel Institute.
Uh, Sort of vaguely. Is that the professor? That is kind of like democratic socialist type person.
Well, so Senator Gravel, he was a senator from Alaska, and he was the guy that read the Pentagon Papers into record in the 70s when he got it uncovered by the Washington Post. And so he comes from like a more, yeah, like democratic socialist is probably a much easier way of categorizing his views. But you watch some of those videos. I think they were the greatest ones that I've ever seen, as far as like similar trying to do the same thing that PragerU was trying to do. So that's cool that people have tried to make the attempt. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
I don't think people thought about PragerU's influence as much as Turning Point, but like I still think that they were very effective. And even Zoran Mamdani had like a video on how socialists solved housing in the Scandinavian countries. And so like he was a fixture on that when he was an assemblyman, did one of those videos. I'll definitely send it over to you, by the way. But I think that was a good media thing to have, and that's something that I'm trying to do with, whatever whatever the variety show is here at Rise Free Media.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. And I think another important piece of it too is you can't just morph yourself to that, because going back to like the therapy analogy, if somebody is expressing to you their pain, but then they start saying things that are either, just not true or a misconception or these other things,
Yeah.
you don't just accept that and say, yeah, you know what, that's what it is. And you don't like necessarily 100% try and follow whatever their misconception is. You provide an alternative. You
Yes.
provide a reality that can be understood. You may not fully agree with it. Oh, there is somebody in this building over here. I bet you there's at least two. Oh, there's a thing that landed here as well. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna go try and grab it.
It's probably a pod.
Yeah, I don't know what the pods do, but I'm gonna try and grab it.
Yeah.
Here we go. What is this? Oh, they got a rank A. Reduced stamina consumption and increased reload speed. Okay. Did you get that buff too?
No.
Oh shit. Okay. I didn't know that's.
No, don't worry about it. We're good. I'm happy with my bazooka. Oh, we got company.
Okay.
I got a hit on him.
That was a very like MCU, like, hey, Captain America, we got company.
Ooh, oh, we got company.
Oh shit. Okay. Yep, I see him. I'm so bad at callouts, man.
Don't even worry about it. Oh, okay, that did something.
All right.
Oh, and I have to hold on to it so that it guides with them. Okay.
All right. I missed an up.
All right, he's up on there. Damn.
Okay, I lit him up a little bit. Got him some more. Yep, got him knocked down.
Oh
One
no.
of them knocked down.
Oh no.
Okay, let's push him. Let's push him. Right now. We got this. Okay, I cannot climb up, unfortunately. All right, we won't be able to get their stuff, but that's okay. I think we should just survive.
I'm just getting out of the storm right now. Oh shit. Shoot.
Oh, did you get hit? Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. Oh no! Okay, you got to swim to the shore. Okay. All right.
Oh damn! While I'm down too.
6, 5, 4. All right, got you. Wait, what? Why did it not recover you? That's
I have
crazy.
no clue.
There you go.
Let me throw a shockwave grenade. Oh,
Oh my god, you
maybe that.
fucked me up. You.
I did. My bad. I
It's
thought
all
that was
good.
gonna push me forward, bro.
I'm still alive. I'm still alive though. It's all good. I've got a mist, so I'm chilling.
Nice, nice, nice. I think I
That
can
fucking
make it.
river though. Okay, okay, okay. Keep it pushing. Keep it moving. We got this, dude. Hell yeah. Okay, one person made it out of it though, so we got to be careful. Okay.
Oh, and these little like shell things can help you jump to places.
Oh, interesting. Let me
It's
try
like a
it.
little bouncy thing. Yeah, definitely try
Let's
it.
try it. Oh, oh, jump in. Oh, shit.
Yeah, bro, isn't that dope as hell?
That is awesome.
That thing helped me in
Wait,
so many different
that
matches.
is such a good way to like, you can like jump in, see where they're hiding, and then like fly out of there with this guy.
Yeah, and then definitely like hold. Oh shoot, where is that? Hold down to bounce it. Yeah,
Woo! That is awesome.
yeah.
Wait, that is sick. Oh, but it takes away the HP for it if you do that.
Oh,
That's
there's a
really
pod
cool.
here. Amen.
Yep, right here. Wow, we just got very lucky.
Because I'm at like 7 health right now, so I might as well try something over here. Oh,
Okay,
I got
since
an
I grabbed
assist,
it
so that
last
one guy
time, you
died.
grab it. You grab the thing.
Okay.
Oh shit! There's a lead spitter, dude. It's a big ass minigun. God damn!
You
Dude,
ready,
we gotta come up
Rambo?
here.
With my
Hey,
bazooka and your
I am
what you?
definitely ready.
I think I got drift because every time I look away from my what you call it's my camera is going up in my game.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Oh, I got a medkit for you here, by the way.
Oh, thanks, bro.
There you go. And then that badge is for you. Oh shit, there's another one too.
Okay, I already own it.
Oh, okay, come over here. Come over here then. There's another badge for you.
Sweet. Thanks, bro.
I got you, man. What are friends for, if not to get you badges? Come on.
Oh, have you played around with this shockwave hammer yet?
Yeah, well, I got played around by it. That guy came in and just blasted me. I was like, whoa. I think my backpack is full though, so I have to trade it. Oh, but they're all so good. Nah, I don't think I'll pick it up. It looks cool though.
We got some company.
All right, let's do it. Oh my god.
It did some damage, that thing.
Okay, I'm hiding. Minigun time. All right.
Oh damn. Already back in the frickin'
Oh my god. Oh, I'm down. Just ignore me. Just try and kill them. Oh, okay.
Hey, we did better that one.
Yeah, yeah. This, I think this is our best run, right? Because we got,
Yeah.
like 9th in the last one.
Got an itch in my eye.
Yeah, that's what staring at these damn screens do. See, I got lucky because, I had an insurance plan where I could just get blue light glasses for.
Oh yeah,
basically,
yeah.
you know, basically for free.
Love those.
And So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so basically, long story short, like you can't just empathize, you also have to compel. You have
Yeah.
to sort of explain that you have to fix these things in a more, you know, liberal sense if you want to see the type of changes that you want. Because, the sad thing is if you really asked a conservative point blank, the kinds of things that they want, a safer community, more economic opportunity, and freedom of expression. These are all tenets of liberal ideology. It's just they've been sold such a toxic, you know, um, propaganda about that
Yeah.
they think there's a false choice between liberal, weak crime, weak economy, and conservative, strong crime, strong economy. Um, you know, and we just have to explain. Well, it's not that we want crime; it's that we want smart crime, smart on crime, right? It's not that we want to weaken the economy; it's that we want a balanced, fair economy for everybody, and explaining what that means, and not just
Yeah.
saying it. And I'll say this: like one of the major flaws, um, is you can't just say, well, we're going to do this grand policy that's going to affect everybody as much anymore. I actually think you have to be more specific to the person now. Like you have to go more and more to the individual level for people to really get a perspective on things. Not saying that, macroeconomic policy shouldn't be relevant, but when you get elected, but I think as far as like trying to convince somebody who's a little hesitant to go one way or the other, you're not going to be able to, explain to them, well, here are the economic trends of the past, 10 presidents, and majority of the presidents who were Republican resulted in a, depression or a deficit or some type of, worse economy. You're not going to be able to convince them that the Republican policies massively benefit the rich at the expense of the poor, because that's something that they just assume is not true and is a lie no matter how many times you frame it. So instead, I
Right.
think you kind of have to go from the angle of, again, like, that the prices are going up. In your heart of hearts that your wages are not where they should be and that you're being asked to do double the work at half the pay. So you're telling me conservatives are going to fix that? They haven't. We know they haven't. So let's find a way to fix it. And here's the solutions how, right? Kind of from that angle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, I was trying to whack this guy.
I got you. Oh, I think we gotta shoot him. Got him. Okay, there's a whole battle going on inside this bunker. Oh, shit. There's a minigun over here.
Nice. Like, damn, I'm grabbing it.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
Bro, this
Alright, I badly
lawnmower.
need health. Badly need health, dude.
Here's a small pot if you need.
Okay. Oh, shit! Ah! Okay. Whew.
What at?
They are east. Directly east.
East. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go back into the bunker. Try and find some chests. Alright, I would retreat, because I'm not there to help you.
Okay, I got him.
Alright, there you go.
I'm a hand can him.
Okay. Thankfully, I survived by the skin of my teeth. I don't know how.
Got bandages in there if you need, homie.
Oh, where the pin is?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Wait, I just realized, is this a Star Wars map?
Yeah, no, this is the Resistance. The Resistance
Oh.
base, and then there's another corner of the map that's the First Order base. So we got a lot of fandoms here.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think what fandoms they don't have. Power
For
Rangers,
real.
basically everything from Disney, DC.
Peacemaker.
Yeah, yeah. It's
By the way, have you been watching Peacemaker?
no, I didn't see it.
Oh, dude.
I don't know. I felt like that type of show was a little too like I like The Boys because it doesn't glorify the violence. It makes the violence like, oh wow, we really shouldn't like sort of be supporting it. Like this is like the bad the if a superhero were a bad guy kind of thing. But I've always felt like Peacemaker was like yeah, kind of like the Punisher where it's like, yeah, he's a bad guy, but he's doing good things for people. Like he's doing bad things, like bad moral things, but he's helping people overall. So I don't know. It's hard for me to root for a guy like that, and like follow a show about that. But I mean,
What? How far have you seen of it?
I saw the first few episodes of season 1, and that was it.
Okay. This second season is a good one. I'm a little foggy on the first season, but like I kind of know what ended up happening, and this is why I like you and your roommate for sure because we've had some very good conversations about like where the superhero movies are at and stuff like that. Um, but like the reason I'm liking it is because they're kind of it's very reflective now, and I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's getting the dude to kind of reflect on like not being that because I totally get what you mean. And I like the boys too. I don't know if you've watched Gen V yet,
Yes,
dude. Are you? Oh, so are you caught up on Gen V?
yes.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, like that. I felt came at a perfect time considering this past
Oh
month.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
like
if Euphoria met. Um, that's how I put it. If Euphoria met The Boys, and they did
yeah,
a good job of, showing how we are at on these college campuses, for better or worse, in a lot of ways.
for
Uh,
real.
but I was gonna say, but anyway, going back to like the general point about why it's important to talk to conservatives where they are, and just speaking to conservatives in a way that will get them to actually appreciate wanting to do what liberals want to do. Um, I've been going onto these TikToks and talking to folks, and there was this gentleman. He's Jordan Red. He was a police officer for 10 years, and he recently took a semi-retirement to focus on his passion of music. And I felt like, oh wow, like that's something I can relate to because my dad, he was a doctor for many years, and then he went into film composition and that sort of thing. All right, let me crush these noobs here before I start saving democracy. Here we go, got him.
Oh, go grab his minigun.
Minigun boys, let's go.
The minigun boys, let's go. I'm sorry, but yeah, your dad's a composer.
Yeah, so yeah, my dad's a composer, which means that like I can understand like, even though you spend a lot of time in one profession trying to help people, hey, you still want to pursue your own passions at some point in life. So I was like, okay, let me talk to him more. And boy, like we've slowly started to develop a rapport over the past week or so, where I'm jumping into his live and we're chatting, and he has a whole community of other police officers across the country. But here's the problem. As you probably well know, vast majority of police officers feel the same way that the average citizen does, which is that Democrats are weak on crime. Democrats want to stop cops from doing their job, that sort of thing. But you know what was fascinating, Chris? The more I was talking to him, there was so much that I was having a conversation with him about that if I just broke it down to him without the labels, without, all this other stuff, smart on crime conversations, like maybe you should be looking at what these Democrat cities are doing because the crime is going down in New York. The crime is going down
Right.
in
Recidivism. Yeah.
uh, um, yeah, there are some bad highlights that you're seeing in the news, like the organized retail theft, but that's a small flat, screenshot of the overall picture, which the FBI shows we're at a 48-year low in crime. If
Right.
you believe the Trump administration. So, I mean, you're telling me that Democrat cities had nothing to do with that reduction in crime. That makes no sense. So you have that conversation with them, and they slowly start to get it. And it's been amazing, the sense of warmth that I've gotten from that community, despite the fact that if I immediately came in and said, I'm a Democrat and I do this and that's not what I did. I said, here's some, facts so we can have a basic conversation. Let's have a conversation around it, right? I came in with that basis, and I'm telling you, Chris, I encourage you to join that live with me so you can get an idea of like the types of conversations I'm having with these people. Because I tell you, 5 years ago, it would have seemed unwinnable at all to even talk to them about anything because they're going to assume that I'm just a radical leftist, crazy, kooky guy. But just so what I've been trying to do is participate in these more conservative leaning communities and having conversations around that get them to a point of saying, hey, I may not vote for the next Democratic nominee for president, but if it comes to Congress or if it comes to a individual issue, I'm more considerate of what the Democrats are trying to do. And that's what we have to do. It starts from that.
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, one of the things that there's this content creator out there that's been kind of talking about, like, how to de-escalate the types of conversations that end up, that the typical conversations where it's always more combative. And, they talked about, like, emphasizing people's security and safety, right? Like, that needs to be reaffirmed first and foremost before people start, like change the heart before the mind kind of thing, right? um and so with what you're doing, like I'm glad that you're finding some spaces where it's easy, because like you're exactly right. This past weekend I was at an event called Return Strong, and they had like a Journey to Justice bus tour, and they talk about the need for prison reform, right? And like repealing the death penalty, solitary confinement, and like what's the point of solitary confinement if it's not going to like do any structural like growth for people, right, that are actually incarcerated. And like these are the types of conversations you talked about, like how it's hard for anybody to convey like those concepts at large, but people need to feel the immediate ramifications of the types of stuff that they're advocating for, right? Or not even advocating for. um and like, what other kinds of topics of conversation do you usually feel are the best with, or like what issues are buzzing on people's mind? Did people ever talk about the Epstein list with you? um
Yeah, that's conversation that's come up once before, and I think the problem we're at right now is that um, so much of the conversation gets dominated by how involved Democrats are there, rather than a conversation about it doesn't matter who's involved. There should be
right.
transparency in our government. And when you start saying, "Hey, look, I accept that Bill Clinton, should not have gone to the Epstein Island and associated with him,
Yeah.
with Epstein as much as he had," we as Democrats need to start being comfortable with owning things at first, and then respectfully challenging how much the other side needs to own as well. Like we
Exactly.
and so you don't give yourself up and say Democrats are infiltrated by PDF files. No, that's not what you say. You say there are some names who are Democrats that are on that list, but you know what? You are lying. You are laughing to your own self if you think that Republican leadership or other wealthy billionaires are
Yeah, it's
not on that list
unscathed.
too.
Right.
So yes, it's frustrating that Democrats are on that list. But we have to accept that there are going to be all types of names that would get released from that we will have to reckon with as a nation and grow from. Because if we just sort of put our head in the sand and just say, well, because Democrats are involved in it, that means we're not going to, it's just a political tool. You have to come at it from the perspective of, I accept that bad things will happen to Democratic, connected people. But
For real.
the first piece of the list is who is in our society right now who has not taken accountability for the bad things they did. That's more important than anything. And
Right.
soon they start to realize that makes sense. Also, one point that gets forgotten is that Ghislaine Maxwell was in the middle of her trial when Joe Biden was in office. So yeah, you could make an argument that Joe Biden didn't want to affect his political friends by not releasing the file. But also, if he had released the file, Ghislaine Maxwell probably would have gotten off on the charges because that would have been unduly prejudicial to her case while it was in the middle, you know? So that's another, kind of, fact that you have to be blatant with. Okay, how did we not kill that guy?
I know, for real. I have an airstrike.
Maybe let's not use it on this one dude. But yes, save it.
Down with all that arsenal.
Oh, shit. Oh, I missed. Okay. How many people are left? 11? Okay. I'm just gonna try and survive.
I mean, that's good though. And then, even again, the strange bedfellows in the bipartisan push to release the Epstein list, right? That was like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Ro Khanna. You know what I mean? And there are people. What I like to use as a litmus test is whether or not people would be willing to call out their own side, right? And as abhorrent as I find Marjorie Taylor Greene's entire platform and existence in politics, right? She does that really well with the Trump end of the spectrum.
Indeed. Very true.
You got this, bro.
Oh. Oh, got him. Oh. There we go.
7, my dude.
Oh, shit. Why are so many things blowing up? What the fuck? What is that? What is going on?
What is going on?
Oh, no! Ah!
Hey, one
Right
more
there.
plays. One more plays from where we were.
Damn, dude. I tried, man. I tried, but that big explosion fucked me up. I was like, what's going on? I think that was a airstrike, if I had to guess.
Damn, I
so
did
many
have one of
things I'm
those.
looking up, though. Goddamn. How many kills did I have? Let me see. Oh, I had 5 eliminations. Oh, my accuracy. My accuracy just goes to the shitter because I'm using the minigun. So it's like I'm missing everything. But I'm glad I did some good stuff here. Okay.
All right, my man. One more.
Yeah, let's do it. One more.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, another big talking point that's effective is the rolling back of constitutional norms. That is undeniable under this Trump administration with all of the recent Supreme Court cases and the talk about, the ending of birthright citizenship. When you explain to them that there are basic rights that exist for everybody, you are putting other Republicans in danger in the future. Because if Democrats gain control of power, then they may be in danger if, and again, you kind of have to meet them where they are in some cases. So what you say is, well, I'm not saying that the Democrats would, ever actually do this, but the powers that you give to any president gives precedent. So any political party, whether it's Republican, Democrat, can use these powers in the future. And you don't want that in your future. And um although they'll resist sometimes and say, well, we're not the ones doing bad stuff. I have nothing to hide. I'll have nothing to fear. Some of them will say that. Those who are reasonable will usually say, yeah, okay, I get what you're saying, that, constitutional norms are important. And again, that does not get them to immediately wash over a come to Jesus moment and then suddenly they're Democrats. It's more they're convinced that they should vote for the opposition. They're convinced that, okay, let's vote for the Democrats in this upcoming midterm election so that the Republicans have accountability and they can't just walk over people's constitutional rights, because total partisan domination of any government is no good. Go ahead.
And what are some interesting case studies? And no, like I totally agree with you. Some interesting case studies on where this is like a really good conversation to have, right? Especially during Black Lives Matter during 2020. I don't know if you've heard of the Bundy family here in Nevada.
Oh yeah, Eamon and Clyde Bundy.
Yeah. And so Ammon Bundy was one of the people, like, shocked everybody, right? But like at the same time, it was like their principled approach, where they talked about, what happened to George Floyd is state on citizen violence, right? Like, and that was something, from their libertarian perspective, they find problematic because they see the federal government as the problem as a whole, right? They're more like, that's their way of being principled. Oh shit. Dang.
Oh shit. Yeah, I was about to say, it seemed like a dangerous spot to go into.
Yeah, I just got Pulp Fictioned. No, but then and then even thinking about during 2020, right? Like those Boogaloo Boy types, where they were joining up with protests, right? Fully armed, and they were coming at the George Floyd situation from a pro Second Amendment situation, right? Like one that's against tyrannical government in all of its forms, kind of thing. So I do think that is like a basis, talking about the conversations you're having. Ooh, good shot. Talking about the conversations you're having, because principally that's where a lot of these ideologues are from when it comes to the government anyway. So I mean, yeah, I more power to you, and I totally am excited that you've been finding some ground like that.
But I'll also say that you do have to respectfully push back on some things too, because when you speak to them, there's a lot of misconceptions and things that they start throwing out, like, well, the Democrats, they don't care about anybody but themselves. They just want to oppress everybody and force their own views on people and things of that nature. And that's when you have to say, well, look, I mean, I could say the same thing about some of the things that Republicans have been doing recently, but that's kind of that doesn't really get us to a point where our country comes together. What does get us together are a certain set of values that align together, including constitutional rights. So I think that's where they kind of are like, listen, again, I'm not gonna, start wearing Obama stickers now, but I'll see where you're coming from, and then we can live to fight another day, kind of dynamic. But yeah, I mean, it is tough because there's a lot of people on our side of the aisle, Chris, who the thinking is, what I believe and what I've been taught are obvious. You need to get on board with what I'm believing in and what I'm doing. And it's kind of like the fact that you don't agree with me immediately, the fact that you're not on my side immediately, is the problem in and of itself. And I
Yeah.
don't want, like, can you agree with me that that's kind of like been a dynamic that's been shaping in the party over the past, couple decades on in some circles in the party?
Oh, 100%. And I feel like, the sense of urgency just in the party's response to losing last year, right, has kind of given everybody a little bit of grace, and like I'm starting to feel it myself, um, where people are willing to cooperate and are willing to engage with folks, willing to hear the conversations out. And so, but you're right. I mean, like, if you didn't ever, abide by a certain standard on any end of that spectrum, right? Because, like, I can just as easily say that I am not like, while I consider myself a pretty progressive person, right? Like, totally believe if anybody's coming up with democratic socialist ideals, like, I'm cool with it. But like at the same time, some of the people in that space are typically more all or nothing. And then looking at the establishment types, right? Like, look at how long it took them to endorse Zoran, right? So I think it's just a lot more nuanced, and you've talked about that attitude, and we've both kind of engaged on that a lot specifically. Um, but yeah, like I think you're right, and I think that needs to definitely get better so that we can be more effective in reaching out to the people that do need to hear from us, right? Or need to be listened to, right? Um,
Absolutely.
we are
We may
at
want to
7, my
cut it.
friend.
Yeah. We may want to cut it out a little early, but this does give us a time to give our closing thoughts here. Um, so I tell you, I mean, these live streams I think are more important than ever because these are dangerous times, and it sucks that um, we don't necessarily have the answers quite yet on how we want to, fix the divide in this country. I mean, it's an evergreen process, right? We're constantly evolving, trying to understand how we can improve people's lives overall. I mean, it's what do they say? Never-ending battle against crime and corruption. Superman, right? And so I still believe in humanity. I believe in our capacity to overcome any odds. I will say it may get worse before it gets better, but
Yeah,
that's okay because we're going to find a better way forward at some point. It may not be tomorrow, it may not be next week, it may be a couple years from now, but we're going to come through in the end with some sort of positive outcome, in my opinion. I just believe in humanity too much to give up on them just on silly memes and, stupid talking points. Like, that's not going to be the death of humanity by any means. I mean, if we survived the Black Plague and COVID and nuclear weapons, surely this too shall pass. But I do want to also encourage everybody, you're not powerless. A lot of people feel if they just leave politics overall, that things will get better. But that's the exact opposite effect. What happens when you leave is others take your place, and other voices start speaking for you. We saw in 2024 and 2020 that if you counted those who did not vote,
just take care of yourself,
that a
okay?
majority of states would have won the non-voter candidate. So you have to go out and be that change. You have to go and vote. You have to become educated enough to make a educated decision when you get to that ballot box in 2026. And Chris and I are going to work real hard talking to folks across this nation to do that, to encourage more people to go and vote. But you have to start with participating in this election, because if you don't, you use it or you lose it.
Totally agree. Wait, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I mean, totally agree. I mean, if anybody is, wondering what they can do right now, definitely get comfortable initiating these conversations, right? Initiating these conversations, elevating your voice, talking about the issues that resonate with you and are immediately affecting you right now, right? We talked about why there's such a need to talk about the surgical impact of certain policies rather than just being death by PowerPoint about it all, right? And so, I think it's very important to start organizing within your own space. You have a cell phone. If you've ever organized a birthday party, you are an organizer, right? And being as connected as you can, considering how much we are going to, we're already feeling. Nobody has necessarily really felt the full weight of these policies as much as folks who are undocumented and or living in this country, right? If you are trying to figure out how to get plugged in, look and see where the helpers are. I can only give the same advice that Mr. Rogers gave to all of us years ago. Look for the helpers, right? And Sterling and I are definitely going to be in your corner if we are the people that can help you in curating what your impact is going to be with this election coming up, with this society wholesale. And yeah, but my friend, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Likewise. One final closing thought. Please do check out unfuckamericatour.com. We have a list of events that we're going to be hosting over the next couple of months where we're going to be going to college campuses and having those conversations. So if you happen to be in the neck of the woods of where we're going, please do come out and hear the dialogue and opinions we have. Chris, do you have any plugs?
Yeah, just want to plug Rise Free Org. All of our handles are Rise Free Org or Rise Free Media on TikTok, on Instagram as well. Go check us out. We're here to advocate and educate and train folks on organizing, right? So I'm super glad to be always in community with our friend Sterling from Unfuck America Tour. This partnership, we're going to be in Atlanta pretty soon. So I'm really looking forward to us getting back to that kind of work. Sterling's been a super friend, all the way back from when he was at, other organizations and other campaigns and missions. So super excited about it. And yeah, check us out.
Thank you guys so much for checking out the stream. We'll be here same time next Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we look forward to seeing you then. Take care,
I
everybody.